When I was in college, I was suffering from depression. I was never really diagnosed, but it was pretty bad. Some of the symptoms were suicidal thoughts, and then also a lack of, or what's it called, just apathy, a lack of really any desire to continue with my days. So I was in college. I think I was in sophomore year, and I had good grades. Everything externally was great, but internally I wasn't really feeling that great. I would wake up and I wouldn't want to get up. Basically, I'd stay in bed and just dread going to class and just proceeding with my day. Um, even like, even though I was talking to, there was this one girl that was really attractive, and even having her in my life didn't really help me out. Um, so this was going on for a good while, and the way that I cured it was kind of through a form of self-therapy. I didn't go to therapy. I might have gone into it maybe in the future had I not discovered psychology for myself. So I was already on self-improvement and all of that, but I hadn't gone into the much more deeper aspects of self-improvement, which had to do with self-transformation. I got into Carl Jung, just like his all of his theories about the soul. That's what gave me a lot of hope, because I realized that I was disconnected from my soul. And I remember studying and investigating, and there was a point where the person mentioned that Carl Jung believed that any form of, psychological disorder, whether it be depression or anything else, is really just the result of a person not being tuned into his soul. So once I heard that, I was just hungry to understand this concept. How does one become depressed, and why is it that I'm depressed, and what does my soul want me to know? And sooner or later, that's where I got into spirituality. That's where I got into psychology, like meditation, etc. That's what really helped me to cure my illness, because once I started to dive into it, I realized I got that a lot of the negativity was coming from my shadow. There were a lot of parts of me that I just didn't, that weren't connected to me. I could feel that pain within me, that feeling of abandonment, that feeling of almost like self-isolation, isolation from myself, from my true self, from my truth. And then the thought patterns that came after that were really what I thought to be the problem, but it wasn't the thoughts. It was the source of those thoughts, which was my shadow, which was the disconnection from my soul. And so as I started to get deeper and deeper into the spirituality, I learned about, I started using astrology. I started to self-reflect a lot more. I practiced journaling a lot more. And so I really got to ask those questions that I had been avoiding, like, what do I truly want with my life? What do I want to do? Like, what's my purpose? And so I think after a while I realized that I was born and I came into this world with a purpose. And my soul came here to achieve some kind of mission. It came here to learn a specific lesson or multiple lessons. I realized that there is a plan, that there is a way of living that can align you to what you're truly meant to become. I realized that there was an ideal version of me not too far ahead of me, in fact right next to me, that was guiding me towards itself, that was guiding me towards myself. And so I made it my mission to figure out all of the things that I could do so that I could continue to get that guidance from my soul and live a life that is authentic to myself. So that eventually led to me switching majors. I was no longer in biomedical engineering. I switched to psychology, and I just dove deep into all of the concepts around psychology and spirituality. And that's when I really started to live my dream life in a way, live a life full of passion. Sooner or later, I got into social dancing, and I just started to fill my calendar up with things that I loved. So, reading, dancing, just learning, going out. I was trying to gain confidence in speaking to women. That was a big part also. And it all led to, it led very quickly to the disappearance of my depression. Now I understand that anybody who suffers, I feel like this is my belief, that anybody who suffers from depression is really just tuned out of themselves, their true selves. If you're listening to this and you're depressed, I believe that the way out of your depression is inwards. It's looking at your soul and asking yourself, what do you truly want in life? What have you deprived yourself of? And understand that I know that any external thing is not going to be the solution, in the sense that it's not going to be in the career that you choose, or in the woman that you get, or in the the car that you drive, the house that you live in. You're not gonna escape your depression through those things. The only way to do it is by self-reflecting and looking for your purpose, looking for meaning, and understand that there have been people that might have been in even worse situations than you. People like Viktor Frankl, who survived the Holocaust, and he was able to find purpose. He was able to find meaning, and he's helped other people achieve that. And it's my goal to help people also achieve that, to find their soul and to heal themselves from depression. And some simple things that you can do today is journaling, and ask yourself, what have I been depriving myself of? What is the one thing that I really want to do but I keep stopping myself from doing? And if you're tired of the depression, you'll realize that you have the power, and although you might be afraid of committing to this new life, the tension that you hold with depression, the sadness, you'll be able to finally release that if you're willing to choose a new life. So that's a little story about how I how I healed my depression. Just wanted to share that with you guys, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you found this helpful. You know it's your boy. Stay lucid. Peace.